What's up? Today we're doing another retro collecting vlog. Me and Bob are going over to Sore Thumbs again to spend more money that we don't have. This is going to be the last major splurge because both of us are, well, financially fucked basically. So from now on, the retro collecting is going to really significantly ramp down. So today we are looking to have like one final, like last send off to try and get some good games. Collection's not doing too bad. It's not amazing, but it's not too bad. So yeah, so let's see how we go. Today's goals, I have some games to trade in. I have Tetrasphere for the N64, 2 copies of 1080 snowboarding. Who doesn't need 2 copies? Somebody that already has one, who now actually has 3 copies of this. And I also have Mission Impossible, which is actually supposed to be okay, quite reasonable. I actually really wanted this when I was growing up. I saw it in a magazine, and I could see that you could, like, you know, sort of dark gun people and change the face and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh wow, that looks amazing. Apparently it's not very good, but you know. So yeah, goals today. I do not know what but neither of us know what we're going to do, because this is like our kind of last hurrah. We have like a set budget, and it's like, what do you do? Oh, fucking wicked. Mad traffic, mad traffic. So I'm going to be sat here now surrounded by people vlogging, which is not embarrassing at all. No. Since I've been on my rice diet, I'm weak. I can't even hold the fucking camera up.
Fat and cheese and meat and stuff.
My muscles are weak and wasting away. Because this is our last hurrah, we don't really know what to do. I either blow the budget on like 2 sort of fairly rare expensive games and just get those, or do I buy 1 fairly rare expensive game and then just a couple of shelf fillers, or do I just go for all shelf fillers or whatever? So we don't know. I'm probably going to go for Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64, cartridge only, and that'll still set me back a bit. And I might very well. I'm also looking for Chuck Rock on the Mega Drive complete, because
that's not going to push the budget real hard though.
No, it's not. No, it's not an expensive title, isn't that? And it should be fairly common. And I don't know. I might see if they've got Gunstar Heroes. I might pick that up. Or they won't have. They never have had before. So I don't know. I'm just going to see what's there. So what are you looking for?
I'm in exactly the same boat as you. It's all going to be Mega Drive stuff, but I still don't know whether exactly the same as you, whether I want to go for 1 or 2 like expensive titles, or 3 or 4 mid-tier titles, or a bunch of shelf fillers, or a combination of any of those. I don't know. I'm just going to play it by ear when I get in there. I'm still on the fence about Castlevania. It might just solve the problem for me by not having it, which would actually make my life easier in a way. I don't know. Right now I'm almost coming down on the Castlevania plus a load of shelf fillers, but I don't know. I'll get in there and then the plan will change again. So
yeah. We'll just have to go and see. But we've got plenty of time. We're going to go hit Cosmo first and eat lots of food and mull over the decision, and then get there and throw all of our decisions out the window.
And basically camp in his shop for about 2 hours, being indecisive.
Yeah, that's about it. Good little piece to camera. Great success. Yak-shabag!
One debt to society later.
Okay, so all in all, a good day. I might have fucked up with the filming on account, so we didn't do any. I didn't do any when we were in Cosmo because I was too hungry, and I didn't do anything when I was in Sore Thumbs because it was really busy and I got carried away. So we're heading back now. We're just at York. How's Rob? Rob. So yeah, we're just on our way back now, and I'll do a haul when we get back. So yeah, not quite as exciting and as interesting as the last one, but okay, never mind, sorry.
quite short.
Is it? Good. That's fine. Okay, so we have an audio cue. I do the count. So I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then that way I can hear it on there and then see it on there. And then it works perfectly. And seamlessly they shall meet.
Don't bore me with your
You can also
technicalities.
clap. You can also clap.
We didn't do any filming in York. Real great success. Mostly because we was just so busy buying. The plan was to go to Cosmo and do some filming in Cosmo at how awesome the food was, but we were so hungry we just got carried away and ate plates and plates of Chinese food.
Yeah.
And then when we got to Sawthumbs, we were just giddy with excitement. So just ended up buying and didn't do any filming. And it was only when we got back to the car that I suddenly realised, it's like, oh fuck, as far as a vlog goes, this is pretty poor because there's no actual vlogging going on. So here we are. This is the
So
final.
it's a haul then.
It's a haul video.
It's a whole video.
Oh
And anyway,
my God.
and with the 8 people that watched the last retro collecting video will know what the inside of Sawthumb looks like.
That's-
Yeah, if not, you have to go back and watch
Yeah,
that
if you don't know what it looks like, go back to the old video, which will be here, and then you'll be able to watch it there. It was really good. Right, so we'll hit the whole video. As with last time, we will do onesie twosies. I went for Global Gladiators, made by McDonald's. This is the second best McDonald's based game on the Mega Drive. But it's still actually a really good one. It's effectively Gunstar Heroes, only with custard. And I also got Chuck Rock as well, because it's one of the best games ever. It's really, really, really good. And it was dirt cheap. And I had that when I was a kid as well, so I've been meaning to get that at some point as well. So that's that as well, boxed and complete, in reasonable condition. And they weren't too expensive either. They were quite cheap, those. Ah la la.
Start with Jurassic Park, which is a lot better than you'd think it would be for a movie tie-in on the Mega Drive.
But not as good as the SNES version. Just saying.
And you can play as a human or as a velociraptor.
You can, yes.
So, any game where you can play as a velociraptor is
Is a bonus.
It's a bonus.
I mean,
if Dan was going to be super professional about it, he could find some actual footage of the games and splice them into the video. He's not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that because it's too much fucking hard work.
Okay, I won't do that
This is
then.
the kind of quality content you get on Cryo Noir.
This is the kind of
It
quality.
can't be arsed.
Yeah, and a proper camera girl. Or I compare the one that I do currently
It
use.
would be a camera girl too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, too
Oh,
right.
God, yeah.
She'd be fine and young.
You can afford bikini camera girls.
Bikini
Camera
girls.
girls.
Yeah. I bet you that's what fucking...
Oh,
I bet that's what Philly D does. I bet Philly D's got nothing but bikini camera
Yeah.
girls. He just keeps them on. Mrs. A, stop flushing the toilet.
stop making noise, Mum!
She's going to start singing gospel music soon. Right, so I'll go on with my last two Mega Drive games. Start with F-22 Interceptor. Yeah, that was a cheap one. That was a bulk up buy. It's a plain game. And I already have MiG-29 as well. I quite like playing games, actually, because they're good. And I think probably the best Mega Drive game I got was Mega Bomberman, because that's the bomb.
Yeah, and the only reason you got that was I saw it, didn't pick it up, and then looked at the shelf again, and it had gone.
Yeah.
So I assumed someone had got it. I didn't realise it
Snooze.
was you until we got back up.
Snooze you
No.
lose. Snooze you lose. But yeah, this is excellent. It's every bit as good as every other version of Bomberman, with the exception of the Sega Saturn version. It's absolutely amazing. And the Saturn version is only better because you can have 10 players. And I don't have 10 friends, so the 4 for that will be perfectly fine. That'll be 3 more than I have.
My first Konami game of my haul is Tiny Toon Adventures Buster's Hidden Treasure, which is a Tiny Toon Adventures platformer, and again better than you'd think it would be, and quite cheap. So yeah, I think most of these are just fillers until I get to the 2 at the end of my pile, which are very much the main event of.
We are kind of going.
We are
saving-
building up. I mean, I'll probably spend more time playing that
than the others.
than the others actually. But yeah, so it's a good one, but it's one to add to the collection.
The tension is palpable. Keeping with the Tiny Toons, I got the Konami Tiny Toons Buster's Adventures on the SNES.
I've got that.
Have you? Is it any good?
I I put it in to make sure it works. Other than that, I've never played it.
Yeah, so I've got that. It's a platformer, I believe, with bunnies. So I got that. I got 007 World Is Not Enough. The main reason why I got this was a couple of reasons. It's even got somebody's written on it as well, a price from Ye Olden Times. But yeah, I got this because it is every bit as good as GoldenEye, but overlooked, so a lot cheaper to buy. I've already got GoldenEye as well. And on my list, I have like a tick sheet, and it's next to it, and I've got the next couple of ones after that, so it was a hole in my tick sheet. So as soon as I saw it, I thought, we'll get that, and that'll fill that little section in, and that'll look good. I also got Virtua Fighter 1 for the Saturn, which is a terrible game. And unfortunately, yeah, it's not in the best of condition either. But that's par for the course for Sega Saturn games in the UK. They're always falling apart, and
There's quality Saturn cases.
yeah, they're not very good, and they're usually quite cheap because of that. I already had Virtua Fighter 2, which is much better, but also terrible. So yeah, it's just so I have 1 and 2. Basically, I just need Mega Mix, and I've got all of those. Oh, Virtual Fighter Kids as well. So yeah, that was just a filler, and again, that was dirt cheap because nobody wants it.
Vector Man, which was one of the later releases for the Mega Drive, and kind of pushes the hardware a lot harder than anyone thought it could be pushed. So it's an okay game to play. Graphically, is very impressive for the system. It's in the horrible cheap sort of blue label cases with the really cheaply done
Cartridges,
cartridges and black and white manuals that Sega were doing towards the end just to save money. But yeah,
it's quite annoying that like a lot of the more expensive, rarer PAL games come in the crappier cases with the crappier cartridges.
Yeah. Like
the 2 games that I've got for the Mega Drive that are actually like quite valuable, they look terrible. Like as far as the cases are the dodgy blue ones. The actual quality of the cartridge is nowhere near as good as the old ones. But it's because they were later in the cycle. Not so many people bought them. Ergo they're rarer. So that's that, unfortunately. And it sucks balls.
Yeah.
Not to lecture you on things you already know. But they might not know that. So that's why I'm doing it.
The next okay one is Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkatron, which
Panic on Funkatron,
which is another platformer.
You're not good at this holding up and showing
I'm
it
not
thing, are
really.
you? You sort of like, I got this
I
one.
got
It's really good.
this one.
You're not either.
Yeah, but I'm the host. I'm allowed to be bad.
So we need Bikini Camera Girl and another Bikini Girl to hold all the games up.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
And the tentacle octopus thing. And we can branch out.
Yes. It's another mid-tier, reasonable quality Mega Drive platformer. It's okay. Nothing special. Graphically, it's very pretty.
Yeah, I played that back in the day. You spend most of your time capturing Earthlings with jam jars.
And why not?
And why not? So, because the plot of the game is, if you don't mind spoilers, in the first game you crash land on Earth and you have to collect spaceship parts to build a spaceship to get back to Funkatron. And then in the second game you've got back to Funkatron, but I believe loads of humans have stowed away on your spaceship. So you then have to round them all up to then take them back to Earth. So there you go.
Without checking, in fact I'm going to check just to be on the safe side, I'm not entirely sure I've got the first one. What if this one makes no sense to me whatsoever?
What, without knowing the plot of the first
without
one?
knowing the plot of the first one, this could be a disaster.
It could be. Well, I mean, I can write you a brief on the salient points so you know what happens.
A PowerPoint presentation.
On what happens
would help. I'm just going to have a quick look now, see if I've actually got the first one.
As if he's got it on his phone.
Absolutely.
Yes, so do I.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
No,
you don't have it.
No, so
well, you can't play that one
I can't possibly play that one
until you played and complete the first one.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Right.
Them's the breaks. You see, that's why I've not played Virtua Fighter 2. I can do now.
Other than it's crap.
Other than it's crap. Well, I knew it was crap before I played it anyway. Right, so now we're going to like the main event type things. The stuff. This is like basically these were the things that we actually went for. The rest of it was just kind of bulk ups.
Hang on to your knickers.
Hang on to your knickers. Some of this is my least main event of the main event, and it's still a fucking amazing game. But yeah, it's because we're both getting to the skint stage of things. I've got a hello puss. I've got a wedding to pay for, and What? Do you want... no games for you? You should have come to York. We did offer you, but you said you were busy.
Thanks for the input, though.
Cool.
Right, so... yeah, because we're both getting skin, I've got a wedding to pay for, and Rob's got life to pay for. I don't know. A divorce to pay for soon. So from going forwards now, we're definitely winding it in.
Yeah, we're not stopping.
That's good.
Neither of us are stopping.
But we're just definitely
but
reducing.
the amount that's being spent a month has got to be reduced for reasons of matrimonial harmony and
sanity.
other things.
Yeah. So this was like a big last blowout. So with that in mind, my first proper thing was Probotector for the NES. PAL A, that's an amazing game. It's a run and gun. It's absolutely amazing, and it's for the NES, and that goes for a pretty penny. So that was a good one, and I got it for pretty much market value. So I'm happy with that. That was all right.
What's a pretty penny then?
That one, I believe it was 30. No, 30, either 30 or 40 quid for that one. Well, ain't nothing yet.
Hang on to your hats. Look, she didn't murder you for the whole Demolition Man thing.
No, she didn't.
So if she was going to murder you for anything, it would have been Demolition Man.
It's not my money.
I've not spent more than.
If it's any consolation, Gemma, I questioned his sanity over Demolition Man.
Yeah,
it's not even a good game, right?
It's
an okay game.
No, so it's
just because it's rare.
Yeah, and the worst thing with Demolition Man is that the US version of Demolition Man,
Demolition Man.
The American version of Demolition Man,
which incidentally works flawlessly on a UK
Mega Drive, and is exactly the same game you can pick up for pennies and halfpennies because it's really popular over there.
And so what you're paying effectively about 80 to 85
we've
quid
left the
for
frame.
is,
oh my god!
Instead of saying Mega Drive, if you can live with it being red and saying Genesis, that's like an extra 80 quid. 80 quid for that.
To say Mega Drive on there.
Now,
and it says it on both the manual and on the cartridge.
Oh, that's sold. Yeah, no, that's okay then.
And how much is that?
Ton.
In English?
£100 of your English pounds.
But you already knew that because he said it on that video, and that was one of those moments. I was watching the video and I was like, he told her. He's still breathing and everything.
It's immaculate. It's absolutely immaculate. I opened it up and checked it. It's genuine. Oh, by the way, I opened up and checked all of my expensive purchases.
Just for clarity, right? I'm not actually criticising. Look, the main thing
you understand. Yeah,
I understand, and the main thing is you're happy with it. Now, we both collect in different arenas a lot of the time. We come together on some things, other things we go our own way. I mean, I wouldn't collect anything like as much Nintendo stuff as Dan does, because as far as I'm concerned, the price of Nintendo stuff is frankly so far beyond ridiculous now that I just don't really bother with Nintendo anymore.
And he doesn't like the fact that you have to mod the N64 to make it look
I also
good.
don't like the fact that for your money, for the most part, because Nintendo cheaped out and gave you crappy cardboard boxes, you don't get a nice hard case with nice cover art. What you get for your money most of the time is a cart.
And you also, if you get N64 stuff,
you
if you buy N64 stuff, you also have to import labels from
they don't even
from
put
America so that you can put end labels on those cartridges.
Thanks, Nintendo.
So yeah,
and the Horseshoe Road.
Yes. Right, I believe it's your turn now.
Wow.
No, I'm going to go on a tirade shortly. Yeah. Bloody N64.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with you. In any way, shape or form, Nintendo are the devil.
No, and then they expect you to make their crappy consoles work properly because they cheaped out in the first place.
I know, but the N64.
To be fair, that only applies to the N64. Just for clarity, their other consoles are,
Other consoles are available.
are available, but yes. Right.
Okay, rant over. Moving on.
Moving on.
So my it's not like a holy grail or even a particularly spectacular or expensive game, but it is Ghouls and Ghosts for the Mega Drive. Maybe detecting a theme here. They're all Mega Drive.
Yeah.
Because it's Ghouls and Ghosts and it's awesome. And it's in nice condition and wasn't unreasonably priced. We had a little bit of a haggle and we came to a mutually agreeable agreeable price. Because all of these,
and we're perfectly sure that Kaylin will love it in the farm. she'll definitely love working in that weed factory. It'll be fine. So yeah, everyone's happy.
and I don't think it's as brutally difficult as people make it out to be.
And by the way, Kaylin is Rob's 10-year-old daughter.
No, yeah, just so that we're aware of. Yeah,
This is the same 10-year-old daughter who's completed all of Half-Life, by the way.
Yeah. On easy.
There's always got to be a thing with you, hasn't there?
Yeah, but she ain't like a savant, I'm just saying.
no.
I've only completed it on easy.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, Rob's a big girl's
I-
blouse
Well,
with
then
games.
you're a big girl's blouse then.
I'm a casual. I am a filthy casual.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much
he's
like
the,
hard work.
he's the only person I know that plays point and click adventures with a walkthrough to the side, so that way you can just follow the point and click adventure walkthrough.
The very first sign of rage quitting on that, I'm going to game genie the shit out of this thing. I'm just going to be infinite lives all the way. I'll just walk through it. I really don't care.
Whereas I'm much more of a struggly diehard.
Yeah, you like the problem solving.
Yeah, you like the struggle, don't you?
I do. The struggle gives meaning to my life.
Oh, well, then your life must be full of meaning, darling.
It is. Your life always has meaning when you ride the struggle bus every day. Everyday struggle bus. Right. So my next main event, which I'm uber happy with, and it was the most expensive out of all of them. Actually, it's not the most valuable, but it was the most expensive out of all of them, and that is.
Did you haggle?
I haggled on the whole deal.
So you bought it all together in bulk.
Yeah. So this was my most expensive on the whole lot, and I'm uber happy about that.
How much?
It's a This was £70, which is a little below market value. It generally trades for 70 to 90. I have seen it go for 100, so 70 quid was a good buy. And that's a PAL A version of Bucky O'Hare.
Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare!
Hell yes! Captain Bucky O'Hare. He goes where no ordinary rabbit would dare. I've got Bucky O'Hare for the NES, so I am uber ecstatically happy about that.
Oh
That's
my
looking
god,
amazing.
I'm really ecstatic about that.
So I can't wait. And the best thing about this is as you go through the game, you unlock all of the different characters from the show. So you can play as Blinky, you can play as Deadeye, you can play as it's the bomb. So yes, I'm really excited about that. That's fucking wicked. Bucky O'Hare for the NES. That's gonna be like pride of place right in the front, like over hiding Zelda, just like. You, Zelda.
Fuck you, Zelda.
Fuck you, Zelda, and the horse you rode in on. So yeah, Bucky O'Hare for the NES. Super happy about that.
Go on, do it.
No, you do your last one.
Okay, right.
I think that was the most expensive buy of the day, was it?
And it's also the most expensive game I've ever bought. Which, up until today, that would have been Gunstar Heroes, Castlevania, the new generation. UK PAL version, complete in box, in fantastic condition, with the manual. And this has been in there. They've had it for a while, and every time I've gone in, I've been like, oh, but it's so much money. But it's Castlevania, and it's the only Castlevania on the Mega Drive.
And it's a good version. It's a good
one.
Game.
It's a good one. Plenty of Nintendo fans will argue that Super Castlevania 4 is a better game, and it might be, but it's fairly unique among Castlevania games, and it's the only Castlevania game on the Mega Drive. And as I'm not collecting Nintendo, it's.
And you want a Castlevania game? It's the way to go.
And I want a Castlevania game. It's.
I just took a job. You're not into Mega Man.
But I am paying £100 to play Castlevania on the Mega Drive.
So this was the steal of the day. And this one was mislabeled. Definitely mislabeled.
Or mispriced.
Or mispriced, shall we say. It's for the N64. It's PAL Europe and all that shebang. Okay. This, I have seen it, like recently, it's only been selling for about 100 quid. And I have seen it advertised on eBay for 150 quid and more. And that is San Francisco Rush 2049. And it's a fairly good racing game, but it is very rare. It's very hard to come across. I opened up, I checked it because I couldn't believe it was on at 40 quid. So I just went, Yeah, I'll just have that one there, please, thank you. Rob's cast shadow of doubt on that, because he thinks because it's Euro rather than UKV, it might not be worth as much.
I'm not, I'm just speculating.
I, on the other hand, think it...
Is he poo-pooing?
I think he's...
I'm not poo-pooing, no,
I
I'm
think
just
he's poo-pooing.
speculating.
After we finish filming, I will check on his poo-poo and make sure that he hasn't poo-pooed all over my game.
All right, so you're going to research after you film it, rather
Yeah,
than
because
than
I'm
before.
certain it was, because it's cropped
This is
up.
the level of professionalism you get from an underfunded cryo noir.
This
All
has.
right.
I'm pretty sure this is cropped up because even Metal Jesus has talked about this one and about it's rare and expensive. And so has other people as well. And then there's me, and I talk about me games.
Me
And me
games.
games. I bought me new game for the N64, and it's got... This one's a racing game.
Hey, some
and it's-
people might really like your voice.
Aye, they might do.
They might do.
The bikini girls will just have to piss themselves for fear of being whipped.
Do they charge extra for that?
Cut, start again. So 40 quid was a bargain. And book your hair. So I'm really happy. Rob's really happy. Everyone's really happy. Apart from the poo-poo. It was a good haul. It was a good day. I'm terribly sorry we didn't do any filming in Southam's, but check out the old video. There's loads of it in there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. I'm supposed to be hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I'm at 75 as we speak, and and it's September. So there's a few more to get, just a few. There will be a devlog going up on Sunday. More words from Josh from the United States of America land. And yeah.
Yeah, we love Josh.
Yeah, we love Josh.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Josh. Everybody say hi, Josh. Say hi, Josh. So there'll be more of that. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. What's up, YouTube? It's time for another online blog. No, that's shit. And this is how they always start.
Right now, what I should really do is tell a joke, so that way we're both laughing when I fade it. Forced entry. Not rapey though. So, right, we're on.
That's not going to make the cut, is it?
That's not going to make it. Might make the cut. Forced entry.
Forced entry.
Not rape.
No.
He forced. She keep hitting the fucking air pillar as well. Thunk. That's what she said.